This government has said that it is willing to revisit former projects. Nothing was sacrosanct. After all, it looked at HS2. Now, one of the things it should look at urgently is the Lower Thames Crossing. It's urgent because fairly soon it will get planning approval and then it will be built, and that's probably a mistake. It's intended as a solution to the congestion at the Dartford Crossing. On this count, it fails. What is the correct solution for the Dartford Crossing? Well, probably a long tunnel from north of the A13 to south of the A2 in Kent. Now, this was considered apparently by Highways England. They designated it A14, but instantly rejected it on the grounds that it would cost twice as much as the scheme they are proposing and therefore wouldn't be economically beneficial. I looked at this and I thought, twice the price of their proposed project, that was 6.6 billion. This seemed excessive to me. So I thought I would make some comparisons, see whether it was in the right ballpark. And I wrote a little pamphlet subsequently, and I considered 5 different ways of costing it. I compared it with a long tunnel in Holland at Westerschelde, the Dublin Port Tunnel in Ireland, the Hindhead Tunnel on the A3 near Guildford, the Belenes tunnels in northern Spain, and finally I used some data that the government had issued in connection with the HS2 project. All 5 of these comparisons came to a figure which was less than half of the figure that was suggested by Highways England. When I averaged the 5 together, it came to 2 billion. Their figure was 6.6 billion. So you can see 2 billion is only 30% of that. So it looks as if there is considerable room for saving there. I approached Highways England with a freedom of information request too, in fact, but they behaved like a secret society, so I didn't get anywhere there. I wrote this little pamphlet in which I discussed this point and several others, and I sent it out to all those people I could imagine might be able to influence this decision, and the effect was absolutely zero. On the screen, you will see a link to a YouTube video. It's a good video, you'll enjoy it. But what it relates to is a major tunnelling project in Norway, the Rogfast Tunnel. This is priced at 16.8 billion kroner, which relates to 1.4 billion pounds. Now, this tunnel is 27 kilometres long, and I think you'll agree, much more challenging than would a tunnel be at Dartford. Now, being 27 kilometres long compared to the Dartford 10 kilometres, you can see on a pro rata basis, this would equate to 520 million for the Dartford tunnel. That is roughly $500 million. $500 million compared to the 6.6 billion that Highways England suggest it would cost is a ratio of 1 to 13. When you put this alongside my previous costings, I can only come to the conclusion that this matter, this question of the costing of this long tunnel, should be revisited. What is required is a fundamental recosting of the project done by somebody other than Highways England, and the result should be put in the public domain so that we can see whether it's valid or not. Now, I think we should consider this matter from a viewpoint which is perhaps more important than money. The question is, are we taking these matters seriously, or are we just paying lip service? If we're taking them seriously, then the Lower Thames Crossing should not proceed. What should Highways England's policy be in this matter? Well, it seems to me that what Highways England should be doing is attempting to make the flow on the existing national network more efficient without increasing the total flows. Because if we increase the total flows, we increase global warming and atmospheric pollution. Now, the Lower Thames Crossing fails on this count because its business case is almost entirely based on its ability to increase the traffic flows on the national network. Now, when you compare this with the tunnel at Dartford on the existing alignment, you can see it would improve the efficiency of the system and in all probability would not much increase the total flows on the network. So when you consider these two cases on the basis of 3 points, firstly, money, second, global warming, thirdly, atmospheric pollution, the long tunnel at Dartford wins hands down probably on all three cases. Now, if anybody thinks they can influence these matters and they wish to see a copy of my little pamphlet, there it is, I will put my email address at the end.